Well, you can either buy the book, but it's also available or will soon be available through the King County Library System. So, there you have it. This one is titled Living in White America. I'm yellow, you're white. Right or wrong, my last name is Wong. I look different, you call me names. I ask why. Is my skin to blame? Set apart in the US of A, I wonder to myself, am I okay? Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, look at these. Jeez. Go ahead, stare, glare, point a finger. Why not? They won't care. Besides, it's everywhere. Playgrounds, schools, work. Psst, my boss, racist jerk. You see, no matter the place, because my face, I can't escape race. We try to fit in, become citizens, speak English, eat Kentucky Fried Chicken, buck buck.
For myself, as far back as I can remember, being noticed as different was always there. Sometimes it was a stare, a look, but sometimes it was more blatant. They would call you chink, Jap, gook. You'd also hear the mocking of your language, xing chong chong, pushing back your eyelids, references to Bruce Lee, Kung Fu, every Asian caricature you can think of, I've heard it.
Women have their own stereotypes. This was Daughter of the Dragon, but women are portrayed as sinister, deceitful, as I mentioned earlier, but also sexually willing of sorts. Because of America's involvement in the Pacific and a lot of the wars, there are a lot of movies portraying American servicemen with also corresponding Asian women. Are you familiar with this phrase, me love you long time? This song came out a few years ago called Asian Girls. It was on TMZ, so on and so forth. It was so explicit, I can't even show you anything but the chorus line, which, so here are some of the lyrics. I love your sticky rice, blanking all night. I love your creamy yellow thighs, slanted eyes. You're here legally, so baby, marry me. Sit on my lap or we'll send you back. You're my Asian girl. And you know, when you watch the video, you're my Asian girl. I mean, there's just this possessiveness that comes over the singers. They justify it by saying, well, some of us have Asian girlfriends.
This picture shows a little bit of a culture clash. You see the little girl saying, I got you a gift. A very American, just nice thing to do, right? But the maternal figure is like, why you waste money? Why you waste money? Like, that's dumb. You don't do this. And the message communicated, it could be communicated to the child that she did something wrong. Oh my gosh, this is a shameful thing to do, to waste money and buy something. And so a lot of things get lost in translation. I use the image of the samurai because that exemplifies a lot of the traits that not only Confucius passed down, but all the traits that a lot of Asian ethnic groups subscribe to: duty, respect, loyalty, obedience, honor unto death. And how do you regain that honor if you dishonor your family or culture? In the samurai culture, you killed yourself. This is one way to not only regain your own honor, but to preserve the honor of your loved ones. And it still happens to this day. More recently, you can think of the Japanese kamikaze pilots. I don't have a slide on suicide, but even suicide among Asian Americans is a little conflicted because some would still view it as an honorable way to atone for something negative. So if there's not suicide, the strength of that honor to preserve honor is very strong. And how does it show up in somebody's life? Well, you can honor your parents and your culture by getting good grades, hence the need to stress education and grades. How do you honor your parents? Marrying the way they want you to marry. Sometimes there are still arranged marriages.
As 13 years of age and had established himself as an up-and-coming chef, but they also had an eye towards the future. This was their passport picture. You can see Dad is, well, everybody's shell-shocked. Because they knew what was happening, they knew what was coming, they were coming to America. With 3 young boys in tow, they were willing to sacrifice their security in a land and culture they only knew for the possibility of a better tomorrow for me and my two younger brothers. This is a common theme, both recent and past immigrants, to forsake the safety and refuge of home for the promises written in our Constitution: equality, justice, freedom. So when my father was 31 and mom was 27, and despite not knowing one word of English, they said, we gotta go. They decided to uproot their lives and start all over in Seattle, Washington. My dad was sponsored by a restaurant to be the main chef, and shortly after they arrived, my mom was able to find a job as a waitress at a neighboring Chinese restaurant. But legally, we fit under the category of the permanent resident. However, at the time, when I had the green card, this is what it looked like. It said resident alien. They've since changed that to say permanent resident. But imagine whenever you're going on trips, you got to see this alien next to your name. And for so many years, I just hated that piece because I saw myself. I thought this is how I perceived the country must see me, as an alien, a foreigner, an outcast.
This one is titled Fu Manchu. Fu Manchu, a caricature, the Chinese sinister, popularized in Hollywood, spread to other neighborhoods. The Chinese came in the 1840s looking for gold, mocked by society. White said, "Oh, sasawi." Built the railroads, treacherous work, the transcontinental, you should be thankful. You wouldn't know it from your history books. The Chinese denied a picture beside the finished work. They worked for low wages, didn't even make the front pages when 50 were killed. Rock Springs Massacre, letting us know racism was for show.
Just to highlight what we're looking at here, 12 Chinamen and a woman. The subtitle is A Virile Mixture of Hard Men, Soft Ladies, and Shameless Violence. So you can see the early stereotypical portrayals, you can laugh, it's fine, of Asian men being sinister, evil, and dangerous.
Immigrant parents. It's frustrating. Immigrant parents come to America to give you a better opportunity, yet become obsessed with anything less than perfection or success. Get a bad grade, don't finish your degree, marriage on the rocks, finances on the brink of bankruptcy. Can't go to them for support. Don't know anything but shame and scorn, verbal thorns. In place of praise or roses, nothing but, why you stupid, you no good. As if these words are to make me feel I'm understood. It doesn't stop with the insults with an accent, like sushi drenched in soy sauce, pour it thick. Asian parents love their comparisons. You fat, she's smart, why you not like him? The belittling takes a toll. You question your confidence, your worth, your sense of security, all because of their need to uphold cultural dignity.